Okay, can you go? Can you go down to the nurse? Thanks. Are you affected at all? No. Okay, turn around. All right, 12:45. It's 46. Let's go over some answers to our questions. Number one, anything that is made to meet a desire, a need or desire is, what'd you say, William? A design. Does anybody have different answers? Because I saw different answers across the board. Charlotte. Engineering. What did you say, Liam?
Technology.
What did you say, Taya?
Process.
How do you think I'm going to solve this? I'm going to go and look up the definition for all of those. So starting off with William's design. D for design. To conceive something and to prepare the plans and drawings to be built. So that's actually number 2, William. Design is number 2. So it can't be design for number 1. My next one, Liam said technology. I'm turning through my book. Technology, any design system, product, or process used to solve a problem. That's not the exact definition, Liam, so I'm going to make sure that my other ones are not, but it sounds very close to number 1, so it could be technology. Taya said process. P for process would be on page R10. Process. Well, it is not on there. Process would then be in here, and I would have to find it in my notes. Process describes how the goal is to be achieved. So that's probably not our answer there. 103. What did you say, Charlotte? Engineering. Engineering, the use of scientific and mathematical principles to develop something practical. It's not that exact definition, Carter.
I said technology product.
Technology product. So it's similar to what Liam said, but with product. So let's see. Technology. That's not an exact definition, but it has any design system, product, or process used to solve problems, and then if there's not a definition there, so it looks like I need to go back a couple pages and see if there's anything in the reading that can help me. Technology product looks to be not on that page. Technology product is anything designed to meet a need or desire. And so Carter is correct. Number 1 is technology product. So if you don't have for number 1 technology product, I would change my answer because I'm going to tell you this will be on your quiz tomorrow. And if you have the right answers filled in here, Do you think you'll have the right answers on the quiz? Yeah. All right, so we've done 2. 2 is design. 3 is a design system, product, or process that people use to solve problems is called, Sophia? Technology. Is that what everybody has?
Yes.
Excuse me, what? What did you have?
Design system. That's what I have.
I think go back a couple. Design system, that was on page. Tools, parts, and processes that work together form a design system. Design systems help us travel and ship goods. Let's skip 3 and go to 4 so that we can maybe come up with 4. Let me help Miss Nurse Julie real quick, and then I'll go over this. So can you guys make sure you have as much as you can done on there? You guys will get this, and give me just 1 second. This is gonna go in the folder. Yeah. Yeah. Here. No, I don't know. Okay, all right, thanks.
Thank you.
All right, moving on. So 4, a series of steps used to achieve a goal or make a product is called, what'd you say, William? A process. I think that that is a better place to put process, okay? So let's put 4, process. 5, the use of scientific and mathematical principles to develop something practical is called, Hank, engineering. An original or test model on which a real product is based is called a Nuchin, prototype. Tools, parts, and processes that work together form. I've been bad about crossing things off. Okay. Tools, parts, and processes that work together form. What do you think, Sophia? I think that's where design system goes as well. Because that's literally word for word the definition from page 90. It says tools, parts, and processes that work together form a designed system. Okay. Oops, I forgot the ED ending on design. And then anything that helps people shape, build, or produce things to meet their needs is called a, guys, did I call on anybody? No, Mason. Tool. So that means our blank on 3 is technology. So make sure you have all of the answers that I have. Number 1, technology, product. 2, design. 3, technology. 4, process. 5, engineering. 6, prototype. 7, design system. And 8 is a tool, right? Okay, turn the page. And we're going to work through the science concept pages together. All right. Number 9. A group of researchers is working on a way to make winter coats warmer. The first coat the researchers design is not very warm. What should they do? A, they should try again without using tools. B, they should find a different design system. C, they should continue their work without using technology. D, they should examine their test data for ways to improve the coat's design. Nutren. D. Correct. D. Sylvia works for a car company. She uses her knowledge of math and science to design dashboards that make it easier to operate cars. What is Sylvia's profession? Do you think she's an analyst, biologist, engineer, or geologist? Carter.
Engineer.
She is an engineer. Talking about engineering, she's probably an engineer.
My aunt also did that same thing.
Cool. All right, 11. Marco is using this object to help him use information for a report. Which statement best describes this object? Notice it doesn't say this is a computer. Obviously, we know it's a computer. Which one best describes it? It's a technology process, it's an engineer, it's a prototype, or it's a tool. What do you think, Charlotte? A. I think the reason why we're maybe picking A is because there's technology in it. It is not A. It is not A. We're using, I'm going to give you the hint. She has to use it in order to do her report. Jaylee. D, a tool. It is D, a tool. We've got this figured out. We've got our answer choice circled. D, it is a tool. Give me just 1 second. I want you to read the next one. All right. 12, researchers want to build a new type of spaceship for transporting astronauts to the moon. What should they do first? Should they test the prototype, plan a prototype, build a model, evaluate how the prototype works? Which one is the idea that would go first? Eliza? They should plan the prototype. The key word in that sentence is plan. Do we have B chosen? Bulldozers, measuring cups, pencils, and hammers are all examples of tools. What else can be said about all of them? A, they are all technology products. B, they are all in the prototype stage. C, they all release harmful gases into the atmosphere. Or D, they require power sources other than their users. Liam. A, they're all technology products. That is correct. B can't be it because prototype means they're in the testing stage. Those are all finished products, so it can't be that. We're not talking at all about harmful gases. And does a pencil require a power source? No. But they said other than their users. New solutions to problems often begin with a what if question. Which what if question might an engineer ask after seeing the electrical energy station shown below? Do you think they would ask, What if we burned trees instead of coal? What if we could find even more coal to burn? What if we all threw away all of our electrical appliances? Or D, what if we could burn coal to make electricity without polluting the air? What do you think, Owen? D, what if we could burn coal to make electricity without polluting air? I would agree. So we're talking about the smokestacks in the picture. I'm going up to number 15. We're doing a great job. We're going to definitely get this done with, okay? Huh? We are doing all the way. Yeah, just to 19. We're not going to do the page after, okay? So, Angie tested a reflector that she hopes will make bicycles safer. Although the first test went well, she repeated the test 3 more times, just like you guys did with your airplanes online yesterday. Which of these statements is true? She skipped the step of asking what if. She wasted her time by repeating the same test. She obtained unreliable data because there were more chances for mistakes. Or D, she obtained more accurate data than if she had only tested the reflector once. Lucas, D. D is correct. Basically, it's definitely not B because wasting time on the same test is not the thought process of an engineer. So it can't be that. And your data becomes more reliable as you do more tests. So it definitely can't be C. Just give me 1 second. Kira, we are on page 105. 16, let me go ahead and read it before I ask for volunteers. You probably use the tools shown below every day. Which statement about these tools is true? They cost about the same to produce. They are both examples of technology. They are examples of identical technology. Or D, they are designed for many different tasks. Carter. B. B, they are both examples of technology. I would definitely say B. D, I could see how you could argue D, but it would be different if they had shown a smartphone instead of a landline telephone, okay? Because you can't do more than just call on that type of telephone. All right? 17, sometimes a prototype tests poorly or fails completely. What should be done when that happens? A, the prototype should be abandoned. B, a second prototype should be built. C, the prototype should be modified with the good parts of it kept. Or D, the prototype should be examined to see if it has other uses. What do you think? Nuchen. Which was that? C. The prototype should be modified with all the good parts of it kept. Yes, I think so too.
It could also be,
No, because C is a better choice because a second prototype is inferred with my answer for C. So even though it says a second should be built, I'm inferring that maybe a second or third one is built when I'm keeping the better parts. 18, a fuel-efficient automobile is an example of a design system. What is an example of feedback for such an automobile? A, safe arrival at the destination. B, fuel for the car and the roads on which it will travel. C, data on how much fuel the car used to travel 100 kilometers. Or D, to move a family of 4 100 kilometers using only 2 liters of gasoline. Which one is an example of feedback for such an automobile? Liam? D. I would agree. That one's a difficult one. I would understand if we don't fully understand it. It's D, because that's a specific amount of feedback. And number 19, last one we're going to do, and then I'll come around and check that your work has been done. Long ago, there were few roads. Now there are many roads. How has a system of roads changed most communities? People can easily get from one place to another. B, people live closer to where they work and drive less. C, people travel less and rarely see family members that live far away. D, the use of fossil fuels has decreased with the increase of roads and highways. What do you think, Hank? A. I would say people are able to go much further to work and are able to drive further with the creation of highways and roadways. I would also say that we travel way more because it's easier to do so. And the use of fossil fuels has increased. So it definitely cannot be D. I'm coming around, I'm gonna check it, then it needs to go in your backpack to help you on your quiz tomorrow. Please, please, please use your vocabulary page to help you with your answers on the quiz.
Circus maybe or scrappy?
Put the book in your backpack to help you on your quiz tomorrow. There's not going to be work in this one. Cool. Well, these exact ones aren't. These ones definitely will. No, just take the whole thing. All right. Okay, and Sophia's already gotten out her agenda, which is really smart. We're gonna fill out our agenda together, okay?
I do like puppets.
And whoa. And Kira, oh, that looks great. What you're gonna want to do is then you're gonna want to watch the end of